Hey guys, it's Poochie. Today we're going to talk about something really boring. Are you ready? Okay. It's eBay reselling ideas. These are proven, low fluff eBay reselling ideas that actually will work in 2026. Okay? Some of them are going to depend on your experience level, your strategy, but these are not hype. These are actually bread and butter things. So I know it's boring, but let's get into it anyway. Right, Bets?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. Easy starter ideas, low risk, fast learning. These are great if you want quick wins and to build your skill set on reselling. Clothing with boring demand. So I'm going to tell you that a lot of workwear brands, outdoor basics, dad brands, uniform style items. It's a good way to start. Why it works, you have predictable buyers, you have less competition usually, and easy shipping, okay? Replacement parts and odd pieces. This is another one. Betsy, I like to call you my odd piece. I'm kidding. Yeah, we're so old you can't find replacement parts for us anymore, though. Dang it. Examples of this are appliance knobs, vacuum attachments, remote controls, power tool parts, and why it works. Well, because buyers need them. We don't always, just because we lose a knob off an appliance doesn't mean we want to replace the whole, oven or the whole stovetop. Low price sensitivity, they're usually cheap. And usually you don't have a lot of visual competition. I mean, there's a lot of parts online, but they're very small usually to store, and it's a good way to make money on eBay. I know a lot of people who will actually buy let's say a bread maker. Okay, maybe not a bread maker, a blender. And they actually take the parts, they'll part it out, and then they'll sell the parts on eBay and make a lot more money than they would have if they would have sold the blender, because the blender is big and bulky. And if you already have the blender and you just need a part, you don't want to buy a whole new blender, right? So there's also media with a niche. I hate that word. I say niche. A lot of people say niche demand. Okay. However you want to say it. Not all media is dead. Look for box sets, out of print DVDs, educational or instructional media, music with cult followings. These sell quietly but consistently on eBay. Now let's get into some mid-level ideas, okay? You're going to get better margins with these, but they require more knowledge. Shoes with function, not fashion. Okay, so what does that mean? Focus on comfort brands, orthopedic styles, yes, old lady shoes, work boots, specialty athletic shoes, and why? Because buyers replace these, they don't collect them. They are less trend-driven, and they have a strong repeat demand. Guys who need work boots or girls who need work boots, they're going to keep buying work boots when theirs wear out, okay? So strong repeat demand is something you have. They aren't buying Nikes and putting them, all over in their closet as a whole display thing. They need them because they require them for work, or just it's supply and demand. Electronic accessories. Now, I'm going to say electronic accessories, not electronics. Okay? Instead of phones, sell chargers, cables, adapters, mounts, lower risk, fewer returns, steady volume. The price point, I don't know. It says, you're going to have better margins on electronics accessories. I don't think with phone chargers necessarily you're going to have better margins, okay? Because people can get them everywhere, from Temu to AliExpress. You can get them literally everywhere. But it is a good low risk thing to sell. And if you have something that's really cool, people will buy it. Okay. If it's something different, it's not just a charger. If it's a 30-foot charger, hell yeah, I'm going to buy that one because I like to have long chargers, right? So 6, vintage with utility. Vintage sells best when it's useful. Examples, old kitchen tools, people love those, the wooden handles, the red handles, garage items, hardware. A lot of people love the old doorknobs, right? Decor that has a function. A lot of people also will buy like old ceiling tins or tiles for kitchen. So here are some advanced ideas. You have less competition and more profit, okay? problem-solving ideas, anything that fixes a specific issue. Medical aids. Now, I'm going to tell you something about medical aids. Got to be really careful what you put on eBay as far as medical aids. You want to make sure you research it, or they're going to bounce it, and you're going to get a little like naughty email. Oh, you've been naughty from eBay, right? Mobility tools. I like mobility tools because I have a disability. So I appreciate mobility tools being available on eBay. Organization systems. Yes, everyone from eBay sellers to eBay buyers, everybody needs organization because, as George Carlin used to talk about, we all have too much stuff. And specialty hardware. Buyers search for these items. Discontinued or obsolete items. Look for old model accessories. Legacy electronic parts. And brand-specific replacements. Competition shrinks every year because when things are discontinued, they become obsolete, they become hard to find, usually. Unless it's that old, Nintendo ET game. Then you can go to the landfill and pick out 10 or 20, whatever you want. Local to online flips. So if you source locally, you can sell globally. Regional brands. Here we have a soda called Cheerwine in Kentucky. They have a soda called Ale 81. I call it Ale 8. Okay. Those are just a couple of examples of things you can get locally. I know in Portland, they have things like Bob's Red Mill used to have. In my hometown in Milwaukee, Oregon, they had a huge store. It's shut down, but you could go there and get all sorts of things, including fresh cookies from Bob's Red Mill, which were killer. I missed them. I missed them dearly. Local team items. So here we have University of North Carolina and Duke. Okay. So, and the Charlotte Hornets and the Charlotte Panthers, right? That's the football team. You can tell I don't really care about football. But those are the local team items that we get here. If you're in Portland, you get Portland Trailblazer items. There's a minor league baseball team there called the Portland Pickles. I mean, I would love some Pickles merch, right? That sounds cool as heck. Event merchandise from a certain event. I remember when the Dream Team was in town back in 1992 when I lived in Portland. The Dream Team, basketball team for the Olympics, Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, all those guys. You could get specific Dream Team, Tournament of the Americas merch. That's what I'm talking about. Event merchandise that people want to buy, to collect. Store exclusives. That's another one. Store exclusives, especially like if you go to Hot Topic and it's a Hot Topic exclusive of a Funko Pop, those can be worth more money. Well, they could be back in the day before everybody stopped buying pop figures, I guess. Local advantage equals pricing power. Create creative and underrated ideas. One-off knowledge niches. I said it right. Examples. Instruments, sewing tools, hobby equipment, trade tools. You don't need volume. You need expert confidence. Okay. So for me, what am I an expert in? I like old postcards, real photo postcards. I know a lot about those. I'm an Elvis Presley aficionado, so I know a lot about Elvis Presley. This is what I'm talking about, the things that you know the most about. Estate clean out leftovers. So most sellers grab the obvious stuff. The money is often in manuals, paperwork, we call that ephemera, and it can be very, very, very valuable. Whenever we used to help people clean out estates, we would always say, don't throw anything away. Because you can throw out a stack of paper that you think nobody's interested in, and somebody would have paid $1,000 for it. I am kidding you not. Small accessories, unlabeled items, low competition, high curiosity buyers. So here are some ideas that may sound good, but they often fail. Avoid unless you are experienced, okay? Highly trendy fashion. Overly saturated sneakers. Low-end electronics, nobody wants them. Oversized items with thin margins. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. No matter how cool you think something is, if it's big and it's going to take a lot of money to ship, you really have to think about how much money am I going to profit from this? Because until you sell it, it's going to take up more room in your storage, okay? And it's going to cost more to ship, so it probably will sit longer unless it's a hot ticket item. These items that are oversized burn time and cash. So does trendy fashion. So do oversaturated sneakers and low-end electronics. How to pick the right idea for you? Ask, can I store it easily? Can I ship it quickly? Do I understand the buyers? Can I source consistently? If the answer is yes to all of these, then pursue it. If it's no, skip it. The real secret that nobody likes. Nobody likes this. The best eBay reselling idea isn't a category, it's finding one lane you understand better than most people and staying in it. That is where consistency lives. It is very hard sometimes to get a niche and be able to source things consistently. So that's something you need to watch for too. Okay, I hope this helped you. If it didn't, my God, I tried. You cannot fault me for trying because I sure did try. Boring video, but lots of good tips. Lots of ways to make money reselling on eBay. If you liked the video, click the like button. If you didn't, click the like button anyway, because I'm pushy like that. Subscribe to the channel, and guys, we will see you on the next one, I promise.